you are capable of doing a lot more than you think. This is probably the biggest lesson that I learned in this race. Even if you prepare well, it doesn't mean it's going to go well.
For sure. The longer the distance, the
Yeah.
more uncertain it
Yeah.
gets, which is fun, I think.
I would like to race a 50K. So I would like to go for a good time, like respectable time, let's say. The other one's 100K. Grit is like, the not giving up is one of the biggest things, like you can do a lot more than you think. Just don't give up. Just give it your best and see where you can go.
Hello everyone, my name is Mathieu Hedin and welcome to Everyday Heroes, the podcast where you're going to hear the story of extraordinary athletes doing the most amazing things. These people are all around us, and I always thought that it is a shame that we are not hearing their stories. Today I am with a good friend of mine, Marty. Marty, how are you?
Great. Well, lovely to be here.
Yeah. Marty is a software engineer that is running ultra long distance trails, and he's cultivating balance and calm around his life. Marty, last May, you ran an ultra trail in the Azores. So you ran, if I'm not mistaken, I've got the numbers here, 65 kilometers and over 3,000 meters of elevation, completed in 11 hours, right? And for someone that described himself as a chill guy, I think this is pretty extreme. So how did you decide to tackle such a challenge?
Yeah, I guess I had previously done a 30-kilometer trail. I would say
50 or 30?
30, which is less extreme. And then the next jump would have been 50. So kind of I was progressing. But I had a friend named Josh. You also know him.
I do.
Amazing guy. He wanted to do a 65. He had just done a 50, and he was looking for a training partner. So he kind of came to me and was like, "Hey, I'm doing this. Do you want to do it with me?" I said, "Well, if I was going to do a 50, maybe I could just go for the 65 and just kind of knock it out at the same time." It was a bit bold, but it was kind of peer pressure, and I was just, okay, let's do it. Yeah,
I think you managed pretty well in the end. How was the finish line?
it was kind of a relief, I would say. It was a long day. I think when I crossed the finish line, I was very tired. Just happy to be done. Like I think it was a long journey to get there, and it was good.
And before those kind of race, do you mentally rehearse? Like, do you have some kind of mental preparation in order to, do it?
Yeah. So especially for this one, it was something that I had never done. I'd never gone that far. I think the furthest I'd been is like 42 in one run. And so basically, my whole mental state was just get to where you have been before. You can do that again for sure. Everything after that, just take it like from stop to stop. So you have these refreshment stops every like 5 or 6 kilometers, and it was basically just get to the next one, just get to the next one until you finish.
Yeah, I call this the ladder effect. It's the ladder mentality. I don't know how I can describe it better. It's basically you put your mind on the next step, and when you start the race, those different steps are very long, very far away from each other. So you can say, all right, in the next big peak of the race, this is what my mind will stick to it. And then as you are getting tired, you reduce, the steps until you get to the, okay, I'm only focusing on the next fuel point, and then in the end it's like, all right, next kilometers, and then next steps, all right. Exactly, and next steps is a battle.
I think eventually at the end I was just get to the next kilometer, next kilometer, next kilometer.
All right. And you said during the race you had an Achilles problem. I know that there was a storm during the whole day. It was pretty horrendous, as Josh would say. How do you overcome pain and fatigue like that?
Yeah, I think it's a tricky thing, but a lot of it is actually just mental. I figured that out in the race as well. I had more than Achilles. I had some cramps as well that forced me to stop for a few minutes. But you kind of just realize that it's just your body kind of warning you to stop. It's a signal that it sends to you saying, "Hey, like I don't like this. This is something different. Maybe we should stop." I stopped for a couple of minutes, and people pass me and they say, "You okay? Do you need help?" because I looked like I completely finished. But actually, I just needed to rest for like a minute or two, and then you get going again, and things. Your body's very capable, actually. That's what I learned a lot in this race.
Yeah, well, that was actually my next question. Like, what could be the biggest lesson that this taught you?
I would say it's that you are capable of doing a lot more than you think. This is probably the biggest lesson that I learned in this race.
Yeah, I agree that I think that many people don't realize how much they can do.
Yeah.
Like they are afraid of putting themselves to a challenge. But however, they often overestimate the capability of their body to recuperate.
I think there's one other thing that I would also say is that like you learn a lot of things that even if you prepare well, it doesn't mean it's going to go well.
For sure.
Like things,
Yeah.
like some things are
Yeah.
unexpected. They can
You see,
happen.
like the longer the distance, the more uncertain it gets, which is fun, I think.
It's a surprise, I guess.
Yeah. And is there like a challenge or an adventure that you would think of?
Yeah. There's two that I have in mind. The next one I would like to race a 50K. So I would like to not actually go for a good time, like respectable time, let's say, in a 50K ultra. The other one's 100K. I think it's a big milestone that a lot of people chase after.
Very good. Because I want him to do the 100K with Josh that he mentioned.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's just something that a lot of people chase after, and maybe I just want to see if I can do it. It's only 40 more than I did.
Yeah. And also 100, like the number feels very complete, you know?
Yeah, it's a big number, right?
Yeah. All right, cool. Marty, you are also one of the leader of Lisbon Running Community, which is one of the biggest run club in Lisbon.
Let's go.
One of the biggest. How did it change your life as being in the spotlight and being as a running figure for many people?
Yeah. So not too much has changed in terms of how I like do things. I run. I still run a lot. I would say that the biggest thing that changed is that I'm more conscious of what I do and how I do things because a lot of people look up to me, and as I'm also one of the leaders, so I have the reputation of the whole running community that it's kind of on my back. So I cannot do things like irresponsibly. I have to kind of also be respectful to everyone, just to create a safe space, because obviously people are expecting me to be that.
So as you said, like a lot of people are looking up on you because I think you are carrying a lot of strength and wisdom at the same time. What advice would you tell to someone that is that wants to try running, as a beginner?
My advice is just as something that's free if you want to use it or not. I would say for running as a beginner, make sure that you do what you enjoy it. So like, don't push yourself to the point where you're gonna hate it, because the most important thing about running is consistency. If you want to be a good runner, you have to be consistent, and to be consistent, you need to keep enjoying that you're doing it.
Yeah, I think that this is a lesson for many people watching us.
Yeah,
it is to not lose the focus on what really matters when it comes to running, but also other sports, because sports should in the end elevate your life, and they should only bring some benefits, some positive energy into your life. But the problem with the run club and with Strava is people tend to over compare themselves to other people, and in the end, like, this really doesn't matter.
Yes.
Like, really, like, the focus should only be on health, on pleasure. This should be the number one focus.
Yeah,
I think.
I think everyone has their own running journey. Like, it's not the same, right? And focus on your journey. Don't focus on other people's.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And so in the name of the club, there is community. And what does community means to you as in the sport?
Yeah, to me, community is about a safe place. So it's got to be safe, and it's a place that's where you can meet other people that are like-minded. So you like running, they like running. You have goals that you're chasing after. They also have goals that they're chasing after. Maybe you're also just a casual runner. I just go there to have fun. There's a lot of people that you can meet there, and you can be inspired by each other, or you can just find people that are aligned with what you want to do.
I agree. Like for me, the run club was probably a salvation. It brings such a cool energy whenever you go there, because after the run, everyone is such in a good mood, and it brings like a lot of positive vibe, and brings a lot of healthy people together that you probably wouldn't have the chance to meet in other places. So I think it's such a cool, because it's also about running for sure, but it's also about meeting people. And I think that's a great way to like build very solid and healthy relationship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
agree.
So yeah, even though you are admiring some athletes around you for their performance, it seems that you value more a balanced approach.
Yes.
And I want to know, like, what roles do emotion and pleasure play in your sport life, and what do you value the most in sport?
Yeah, emotions, I guess, are just kind of part of the journey. It simulates a lot about life as well. Like life is full of emotions. You go through many emotions during life. So in the ultra trails, you also have a lot of time with yourself, and you go through these emotions as well.
What emotion in trails?
I mean, you go through a lot of despair. Uh, Also, but you also go through like a lot of hope. You have these moments where you just like feel amazing. I'm doing something cool. I have this amazing view. I'm out in nature. It feels super good. And then you go through like, oh, why am I doing this? My body hurts. Like I'm super tired and like I could just stop, right? So you have a different emotions, I guess, and it fluctuates. It's very similar to like life in general. The pleasure part, I don't really feel that much. I feel relief at the end of the race. It's achievement and everything. I guess that's the part of pleasure, I would say. But I don't feel like amazing like
Mm,
pleasure from it.
yes.
It's more like a challenge and it's achievement.
Yeah, same. Like after the passing the finish line, I don't feel that much joy or happiness. It comes afterwards, like as joyful feeling that you have, like I've done it. I'm very proud of myself. I feel that
Yes.
this really brought a lot to me. But like the happiness itself, yeah, I don't think so. However, I did feel during some run a very high feeling of happiness out of nowhere. It came really randomly.
But
So
maybe that's the runner's high, because the thing is like the
mm.
runner's high is a known scientific thing. That's you have endorphins that are getting released in your body, so you do feel good. It's natural, like you feel good.
Yeah, but I remember like a few times where it really hit hard.
It's not
Like
just,
I was like,
I don't know,
wow, this is so cool.
maybe it was stronger than it.
Yeah. All right. You mentioned a friend, because yeah, I didn't say again that you are from Cape Town in South Africa, and you mentioned a friend from that area, and a basketball legend, Derrick Rose, as your inspiration athlete.
Yeah.
And what do you admire the most in those persons?
Yeah, I think what I admire about both of them was quite similar. The guy in Cape Town was part of my running journey for a long time. Really, he showed me that grit is like the not giving up is one of the biggest things. Like you can do a lot more than you think. That's what I admire about him. Similar to Derrick Rose as well. I think Derrick Rose is a very entertaining basketball player to watch. He did things that a lot of people think you could not do, but he didn't give up. He just did it. So those are the kind of qualities that I like in them. It's like, just don't give up. Just give it your best and see where you can go.
Mm.
You showed me that grit is like, the not giving up is one of the biggest things. Like you can do a lot more than you think. That's what I admire about him. Similar to Derrick Rose as well. I think Derrick Rose is a very entertaining basketball player to watch. He did things that a lot of people think you could not do, but he didn't give up. He just did it. So those are the kind of qualities that I like in them. It's like, just don't give up. Just give it your best and see where you can go.
Mm. Any last thing you want to say for people listening to you?
People listening to me, yeah, come join the running community. There's the running community. Also, yeah, I think running is a journey, just like life is. Like you should just see where it goes. Don't push it too much. Enjoy it. Yeah, and have fun.
All right. Well, thanks, Marty. It was a
Thank you.
pleasure to have you, and I hope you enjoyed the the
you.
second episode, because we had a problem the first time, but he was nice enough to record another session.
Thank you. Thank you for
So,
having me.
yeah, and thank you everyone for watching the episode. If you had a good time, please subscribe and like. Also, if you had any feedback about the podcast itself, please do leave a comment. I would be very happy to read it and improve, because this is homemade. And if you enjoy, well, I'll see you next week, and take care. Ciao.